Maniacs. Now, I know this video is a bit overdue, but I thought I said that I would get a top 10 list going, so, and you know, the Oscars are right around the corner, so I thought it'd be a good time to do it. And yes, I know I said that I would go ahead and watch all the rest of the movies that came out this year before I make my top 10 list, but I just haven't had the time, and some of the movies, you know, I didn't see everything. But before the Oscars came around, before, you know, 2015 is right out of people's consciousness, I wanted to get my top 10 list going. So, and for the movies that I have yet to see, I want to give a big apology to Crimson Peak, Bridge of Spies, Daddy's Home, Carol, Spotlight, The Big Short, The Visit, No Escape, The Danish Girl, Trumbo, and Sisters. For all your movies, I sincerely apologize for not seeing you. I just haven't gotten a chance to go see your movie, so here it is. And not only just that, but because, you know, this is my personal list. This isn't the AFI's top 10. This isn't anyone else's top 10. This is the top 10 movies that I personally liked in 2015. However, I do have a bunch of honorable mention of movies that I did see that just didn't make this top 10 list. So here are the top 10 movies that I personally liked more than Concussion, The Hateful Eight, The Revenant, Joy, Spy, Jurassic World, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, Kingsman, The Secret Service, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, Steve Jobs, Southpaw, Focus, The Peanuts, Me, Earl and the Dying Girl, and The Walk. Now that those honorable mentions out the way, let's get to my top 10. Number 10. Coming in at number 10 is Mad Max Fury Road. Now, I know this movie is up for Best Picture, whether or not I really agree whether that's Best Picture quality or not, but that's argument. But it still doesn't neglect the fact that this movie is all awesome. The action, like, this is one of the best action movies I have seen in the past 5 years. You got a good female character in Furiosa. Tom Hardy is great as Mad Max. I remember when I bought this on Blu-ray, I watched it multiple times, and I absolutely loved it. It's just good, fun action right here. Number 9. At number 9, Dope. One of the best black films I've seen in the past couple of years, and it's a good coming-of-age story, and I'm glad I saw this movie, and, you know, it's just great. Shamik Moore is great in the film. All the other cast in this movie is just perfect. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it, please. Number 8. Coming in at number 8 is AntMan. This is one of the most original Marvel movies I have seen. And by Marvel, I mean Marvel Cinematic Universe. So like I said, Deadpool was probably one of the most inventive Marvel movies. But, you know, Ant-Man, this is good. And it was a good change of pace after Age of Ultron. And Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas, they are great in this film. Great heist film. This is such a good Marvel film. And it gets me more excited for Civil War. And yes, again, I am working on my review of this movie. So be on the lookout for that. Number 7. Coming in at number 7 is, ironically, Furious 7. I love this film, and it was a bit of a step down from Fast 5 and 6, but it was still a good film nonetheless, and just good action film, a great send-off to the late Paul Walker, and just great. But now, for Fast and Furious movie 4, they're saying they're making movies. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that or not, but yeah, I guess we'll see. But I'd say they should have ended it here, but still, Furious 7, good send-off to Paul Walker, and great action film. Number 6. At number 6 is The Martian, one of the best sci-fi films I have seen in the past couple of years, over Gravity and Interstellar, which are both movies I loved, but I like this more personally, though. And Matt Damon, he's just funny in this, and this is not a comedy. It's like, come on. Golden Globes, y'all dumb, but yeah. So, The Martian, great film, and definitely worthy of being on my top 10 of 2K15, though. Number 5. And now we're down to the top 5 movies that were my absolute best of 2K15. And that is Age of Ultron coming in at number 5. Yes, I absolutely love that film. Despite what any Yahoo says, like, families, y'all dumb, alright? Like, I feel like the only reason y'all hating on this movie is because of the popularity. And yes, there are some, while I did love this movie, I will be the first to admit that there were some flaws with the movie. But it still doesn't change the fact that it was still an enjoyable movie. I don't care what anyone says. You have a great villain in Ultron. It was good seeing these characters come back together, so, you know. And I will admit, this was my number 1 favorite movie of the year. Until the next 4 movies came around. Number 4. Coming in at number 4 is Straight Outta Compton. I swear, I have seen this movie multiple times. And I still love it, and it just gets better and better every time I watch it. Straight Outta Compton, and I have the unrated version too. If you haven't seen the unrated version, watch it, trust me, it's good. And does this movie deserve more than best screenplay? Hell yeah, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Straight Outta Compton deserves every bit of success it's getting, so. This is one of the best biopics I have seen in a while, and I want to see more hip hop biopics like this. So, and they're saying that there's going to be a sequel to this movie called Walking to Death Row. Interested to see how that plays out, but we'll see. But straight out of Compton, my number 4 of the year. Number 3. Coming in at number 3 is Inside Out. Yes, Inside Out. Well, I like this more than The Good Dinosaur. And, you know, this is one of the most original, innovative movies I've seen, let alone great Pixar movies that we've gotten in a while. This movie is for everyone. It's for men, women, children, parents, and their kids. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll make you smile. Everything in between as far as emotions go. Great film. If you have not seen this movie, go ahead and watch it. Number 2. Alright, now we're down to the top 2 movies of the year. Now, I will admit, the top 2 movies that I have, well, they haven't come out on Blu-ray, so I won't be picking nothing up. So, but the top 2 movies, they switch from time to time, and it depends on what kind of mood I am in, depending on what day you ask me. I may like this movie more than that day, I like this movie more than the other, but I guess we'll see, you know? But here are the top 2 in the order that I have it as of right now. So at number 2, it is Creed. Oh my god, every time I think about this movie, it just gets better and better and better. I took my dad to see this movie, and he loved it. Michael B. Jordan was great in the film. He got snubbed. Ryan Coogler, he directed the hell out of this film, and he got snubbed. But at least Sylvester Stallone, he was great in this film, and he's getting a nomination. So that played out good. This movie I'm sorry, like, I remember when I walked out this film, the meme that popped in my head was this. Like, this was a great follow-up to the last Rocky movie. Like, this put the Rocky franchise back on the map for me. It was a return of an old friend. Like, I will say that Creed is one of the best films of 2015, in my opinion. But my number 1 pick, I will say, is one of the best movies of the year. There's a difference. There's a film and there's a movie. Creed is one of the best films, and at number 1, you guessed it, and it's pretty much number 1 on everyone else's top 10. Well, with the exception of some people who pick Mad Max over that. But at number 1, I have Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Yes, and just like Creed, this was another true return to form for a franchise. I swear. Like I remember when they first announced that this movie was going to be made by Disney, I was like, that is interesting. And then more and more stuff kept coming that I got more and more excited from it. The trailers, they delivered, and then I finally saw the movie, and it delivered. Like this whole era that we lived in with Star Wars Episode 7, it awoke the Star Wars fan in me, and I was just so happy to be immersed in this franchise again. So Star Wars: The Force Awakens is my number 1 favorite movie of 2015. So that's it for the day. What did you think of this list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or what are your top 10 of 2015? Let me know in the comment section below. That's it for the day. If you like what you see, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more, check out my channel. The link is in the description below. And be sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Movie Pilot, and Periscope. Peace.